Wind up from Pode, deep fly ball out left. It's got momentum. Can it go? Ladies and gentlemen, game 2 of the semifinals. The Rogueport Bullies face off against the Rainbow Road Renegades once more. We travel now to Yoshi Park as these two teams clash. Bullies taking an upset victory over the much favored Renegades in game 1. Can they bring it back for another win in game 2, or will the Renegades scrabble out of this one and take us to a 3-game series? Wiggler starts off on the mound for the Renegades as Rudy line drive out to left field gets a leadoff single. Runner on for BDB. BDB jumped by PD Piranha and no chance to beat out that arm. Peter sends it in on first for the double play. Base is cleared before Bowser comes up to bat. Strike one for the monster. Crushes the next one, and this one sent flying out left. No chance to build Kim. Bowser returned to form after a long slump during the regular season. Here to play ball in the playoffs. Crushes one over the fences. Bullies get an early run to their name. And they keep the pressure up. Boo next up. No more outs for the Bullies. Will foul off left. Grounder from Boo out to PD. Will be out at first. Renegades get out of that one, only giving up a single run to a Bowser home run. They'll be able to put their offense to work now. Bottom of the first. Bowser starts on the mound as always as the Nerd leads off, and he's got stars and already wants to spend them. Strike one for the Nerd. Nothing Green Magic can do about that. Grounder over to BDB on third, however. Green Magic Koopa thrown out at first. Wiggler next up, PD on deck. Strike one for the Worm. Slap hit from Wiggler, gets down. Sends one into the gap, and that's a hit. Runner on for Peter Piranha Plant. Wind up, but Bowser spins a star. Gets that crucial first strike. No more in the tank. PD drives one deep out left. Will bounce off the wall. Almost looked like it would land in the train. Will be a PD single, putting runners in the corners for Birdo. Wind up Birdo, tipped off, and that's gonna get down. Oh, the ghost air item gonna roll deep. Gray Shy Guy out at the track will have the buddy toss home. PD going for home is gonna have to turn around. Rudy much faster. Can he get him out? Not barely. PD back on third in the nick of time. But Birdo gets the extra base hit. She'll come in on second, an RBI double. As the Renegades tie this game back up, Bacon Bro at bat, 2 runners deep, one of them is team captain. Strike one for Bacon Bro. Grounder from Bacon, Magic Koopa will have the out at first. No time to turn the double play as Magic Koopa has to run for it. 2 runners still deep, Pink Yoshi next up. Strike one, Pink Yoshi. Star pitch from Bowser, gonna get strike 2. Grounder from Pink Yoshi will be out at first, and the Renegades leave 2 stranded. Bullies coming back up top of the second, their chance to get this game back under their control. Magic Koopa leading off, swing and a miss, strike one. Contact on the second pitch, but a grounder over to shortstop. We thrown out at first. Fire Bro follows up into the batter's box, wind up, but he doesn't swing. Slap hit gets down, the Nerd unable to get in position for the magical catch, and a leadoff single for Fire Bro. Puts a runner on. Can Edna mode advance? Wind up. Strike one for Edna. Strike two. Wiggler clips the zone inside. She hasn't swung yet, and strikeout for Edna. Wiggler gets the K, no stars needed. Just throwing some heat across the plate. Gray, Shy Guy last up here for the Bullies, no more outs. Goes for the star swing, and that's gonna get down. A forced error from Petey. Shy Guy gets the single. Will advance Firebro into scoring position. Some good chemistry on the bases for Bullet Billiam. Wind up Bullet Bill, takes strike one outside. Slap hit, will roll, Petey can't dive for it. Billiam loads the bases, Rudy up at bat. Knocks one deep, Toadette doesn't make the catch. That's gonna be two in, a 2 RBI single for Rudy. Firebro and Gray Shy Guy both come in home. Massive error from Toadette in left field. Renegades struggled with errors in game one. Feeling similar here in game two. BDB next up. Big hits from Blue Dry Bones, straight up center. This one's elevated out, Toadette in position, and they'll get the buddy jump before the train plows through. Blue Dry Bones, a dinger denied by Dolly and Toadette as they close this inning out. Bullies leave two stranded. Able to drive two in, they've got to be happy with what they've got as the Renegades come up next. Dolly Parton to start off. Bowser sends out an early star. Eyes that first strike. Big hit from Dolly. Gonna roll out to the train. Will knock into that one. Just a single for Dolly and a runner on for Toadette. Strike one, Toadette. Slap hit comes down into the gap. Toadette gets a single. Dolly gonna move past second, go for third. Runners in the corners now for Pode. Purple Toad could hit it big here. Bowser doesn't want to give him the opportunity, sends out the star pitch. Strike one. Wind up from Pode, deep fly ball out left. It's got momentum. Can it go? It will. Purple Toad, a 3-run knock as Pode brings them all in home. This one soars out and just over the foul pole. Beautiful hit from Purple Toad, and Bowser feeling the fatigue after that one. The home run, damaging the confidence, damaging the stamina. Bowser comes off the mound early, very early, considering a 9-inning game from him in game one. Already out 2 innings in, can't bode well for the Bullies. The Nerd sends a line drive outright, caught by the magical catch, Magikoopa at second. Wiggler next up, big hits from Wiggler. This one could be gone as well. Edna makes the catch at the wall, just barely. Bullies find that second out and then deny any runners for Petey. Strike one for the plant. Petey clobbers this one, but it will be foul. No windup this time, just goes for the slap, and Edna will get there. Makes the catch. Bullies lost a lot of momentum that inning. A big hit from Purple Toad, sending one sailing over the wall. Absolutely disastrous. They're going to need their offense to go into overtime here if they want to bring this one back around. Bowser starting off, won't have any runners on. Fouls one off left. Bowser on a 2-strike count. Contact on the third pitch, and this one's up into the stratosphere as well. Dolly and Pink Yoshi in position, but the train will disrupt. Just clips Dolly as Bowser gets another home run to tie this game back up. Sends it soaring outright, and even if they could have buddy jumped that one, it might have been too far gone. Bowser tie ball game. Boo coming up to bat. Strike one for Boo. Boo, line drive out left. Toadette makes the catch. Renegades find the first out. Magic Koopa next up. Pops one outright. Will get past the nerd. He's not quite fast enough to get that one. Firebro up next, runner on. Strike one for Firebro. Line drive out left, gets down right behind the train. Dolly will send that in field, but Magic Koopa gets the opportunity to come in on third. Will just barely make it. Petey at the cutoff. Brings it in with some incredible speed. Edna runners in the corners. This one's gonna get past the nerd as well. An RBI single for Edna. Bullies take their lead back. 5-4 as they go up by 1. Magic Koopa coming in home. The alien Gray Shy Guy up next. Line drive out deep left. Toadette gets underneath it. Will get the out. Billiam next up, a runner in scoring position. Can he bring Firebro in home? A grounder over to Petey will be the out. Wiggler not happy with that one. The Bullies offense just a little bit too much. Not sure how much longer the Worm's gonna last on the mound. Birdo will lead off in the bottom of the third for her team. Pop fly outright. Billiam underneath it. Train coming in, but too far off. It'll be a fly out to right field. Bacon Bro next up. Line drive deep right. Gets down. Stays fair. Bacon Bro a single. Runner on for Pink Yoshi. Can she move him ahead? Slap hit. Firebro just tall enough to make the catch. Pink Yoshi knocks into the double play. The Renegades stopped in the third. Bullies managed to hold on to their lead through the third, and now a chance to extend it. Rudy starting off top of the fourth. Slap hit rolls up center, but it's in range for the nerd. Rudy out at first. Blue Dry Bones next up. Poor contact off the hands. Will be a pop fly out to center. Dolly attacks the ball with a power block coming in and ensures that Magic Koopa is there for the catch. 2 quick outs before Bowser comes up, but he clobbers it once again. They've got the Kim, they'll jump it, but they won't get there. Another Bowser home run. He turns it on in the playoffs. The Bullies facing elimination, and he will not give up. Bowser going out early in Season 1 as the favored team, here to shake it up in Season 2. Might be eliminating the favorites himself. Boo knocks one out left, will be a single. Magic Koopa next up as Wiggler is tired on the mound. It's another hit. The Bullies just keep the pressure on. No breaks for the Renegades. Firebro. Big hits for Firebro as well. Sent flying out towards the train. Dolly gonna run straight into it and they won't have the Kim. A 3-run knock for Firebro as the Bullies grab this game by the horns. Firmly in control now. 9-4. That will see the end of Wiggler on the mound. He'll rotate out over to first as Birdo comes up to pitch. Edna, poor contact off the hands, will be thrown out at first. Inning finally comes to a close, but the Bullies just getting more and more aggressive as this game goes on. Renegades need to figure out their defense. Need to bring this one back. Dolly takes strike one. Slap hit Dolly Parton will be jumped by Magic Koopa at second. Toadette next up. Takes the ball outside, doesn't swing. Slap hit from Toadette, but that's going to be sniped by the fire catch from Fire Bro. 2 outs on the count as Pod comes up. A slap doesn't quite have what it takes. Pulls it a little too hard, and that's going to come down early in shortstop. Firebro makes the pickup. Renegades on the back foot once more, playing defense, top of the 5th. Gray Shy Guy gets a slap hit on the second pitch. Will get down before Pink Yoshi can get there. The Alien gets his single. Runner on for Bullet Billiam. Big hit. Dolly is going to get there. Rudy up next. Strike one for Rudy. Birdo sends out the Bamboozler. Will get a second strike. Will she spin more? Sends him a real one and gets the strikeout anyway. Swing and a miss from Red Koopa. BDB next up. Bowser on deck. Strike one for Blue Dry Bones. Another star for Birdo. The brain is scrambled. Slap hit. BDB gets one down. A single for Blue Dry Bones. 2 on for Bowser. Bowser absolutely crushing it this game. Strike one. Birdo, she's got 4 stars. She's going to spin one here. Gets strike 2. Will she get the strikeout to end the inning? No, it's a real pitch. But just a slap from Bowser. Dolly does get underneath it. Leans forward, makes the grab. The Bullies finally stopped for 1 inning. Top of the 5th, unable to score. Renegades buy themselves a little bit of breathing room to try to come back into this. The Nerd leading off, bottom of the 5th. 2 balls from Boo. Green Magic Koopa hasn't swung on one yet. Slaps that one. But a low drive out to Firebro will be the first out. Wiggler coming back up. Another big slap. This one gets down in left. The Worm gets his single. Runner on for Peter Piranha Plant with good Kim too. He winds up, but he takes strike 1. Wind up PD. Line drive out left. This one just could go over, but bounces off the top of the wall. PD not finding the contact he's looking for, but a single will put 2 on for Birdo. Good eye on Birdo not to swing on that one. This one's gonna get down and it's gonna roll. Buddy attack will send this one home. The laser beam doesn't quite get there. Wiggler slides in on home. Edna putting that Black Me laser beam ability to work with the buddy toss. Rockets this one home, but Wiggler just gets there in the nick of time. RBI single for Birdo puts runners in the corners. Bacon Bro now an opportunity to bring one in. Strike 1 for Bacon Bro. Slap hit Bacon, but that's going to be the double play. Magic Koopa able to make the grab and send it in on first. Renegades find one. They shrink the deficit to 4. Can they crawl back into this one? Their defense is going to need to show a repeat of last inning as Boo comes up to start. Strike 1. Slap hit from Boo into the gap in center. Will be a single. Magic Koopa next up. Birdo gonna spend 1 star, gets strike 1. Slow pitch this time, strike 2. Throws one inside and he'll get the slap hit. A bobble from Petey! Another error from the Piranha Plant. Nothing going his way this whole series. Firebro up 2 on. Last at bat hit a home run. Looks to do it again. This one's fired off. Dolly and Pink Yoshi in position. They'll get the buddy jump. No train to disrupt and not too much height. Dingers denied for Firebro. The Renegades defense works in the outfield. The train does almost get there in time. Edna next up, 2 on. Still 2 outs to play with. This one goes right up center, will get down. Bases loaded for the alien. Gray Shy Guy coming up next. Strike 1, Gray Guy. Slap hit. Grounder over to Petey will be the out at second. But the power block ensures he can't turn the double play. An RBI single for Gray Shy Guy. Bullies sneak another one through. Billiam next. Big hits out to center. The train's coming in. Dolly and Pink Yoshi are there. They will fire off the buddy jump right before they get blown through. Billiam, a dinger denied now. Pink Yoshi and Dolly having to work overtime out in the outfield. They will stop any additional damage. Bullies only sneaking that 1 run in. Off the Gray Shy Guy RBI. Pink Yoshi, she's coming up now. Bottom of the 6th for the Renegades. Slap hit will be a leadoff single for Pink Yoshi. Gets to first as Dolly Parton comes up next. Slap hit Dolly, gonna be sniped by the fire catch, and Pink Yoshi so far off first. Will be the double play. No runners, no more outs for Toadette. Strike 1. Toadette will get one into the gap in left. Ghost air item gonna buy so much time. It's gonna be an extra base hit for Toadette. She'll get to second. Puts herself in scoring position for Purple Toad. Strike as it goes through his head. Boo calls him for crowding the plate there. But that one's too low. The magical catch reels it in. Renegades will leave Toadette stranded on second. The Bullies defense just too much for them to figure out. Top of the 7th, and it's the best part of the Bullies lineup. Rudy leading off, strike 1. Star pitch from Birdo will be strike 2. Can she close it out? This one doesn't get past Petey. He'll make the dive. It's a critical first out. Blue Dry Bones next up in the batter's box. Slap hit out left. Toadette does get there. Bowser up, no runners on, but he's on fire this game. Strike 1. Another one absolutely demolished by the monster. Train just passes through, but can they get there? It's still too far. Bowser puts on a show. I believe that's his 4th home run this game. Bullies up 11-5. They've eked back into a 6-run lead. And Birdo, the stamina wearing out. Boo hits a grounder over to the nerd, but the pow block stuns Wiggler. It's going to be an extra base hit for Boo off the error item. He'll get to second in scoring position now for Magic Koopa. Bacon Bro doesn't get the jump. Boo gonna come in, will get there. An RBI single for Magic Koopa as Boo comes from second home. And that's enough for Birdo. She's moving off, going over to second as the nerd comes up to try to close this game out. We'll still have to get through Fire Bro. Big line drive outright. Pink Yoshi will make the catch. She gets behind it. Bully stopped once again, but their offense just overwhelming. Is there anything the Renegades can do to come back into this one? They trail by 7 in the bottom of the 7th. The nerd doesn't clear the infield, delivers that one right to Magic Koopa at second. Wiggler next up. This one will get down. A single for Wiggler, a runner on for Petey. Petey struggling this series. Can he hit it big when his team needs him to? Strike one. Wiggler trying to steal for second, but Petey clobbers it. Fired out left with incredible speed. Gray Shy Guy gets there, but doesn't get there in time. Just a little bit too late. They'll fire off the buddy jump as that one sails over the fences. Gray Shy Guy and Edna will just have to watch that one go. Petey puts 2 on. 5 runs for the Renegades behind the Bullies. Two strikes for Birdo. Birdo knocks this one up out center. Will lose a lot of its height. Is it going to go over? They'll barely get there. Bullet Bill and Gray Shy Guy able to make the jump. Stop the Birdo home run. No more outs in the 7th for the Renegades, but Boo starting to get tired. If they can just keep slugging, they might be able to push him off the mound to get a more favorable matchup. Bacon Bro rolls one up center. Will be a single. That's it for Boo. He's coming off. He'll go over to second. Magic Koopa coming up next. That does leave a gap in the defense. That magical catch no longer online. Pink Yoshi, line drive out left, will be sniped by the fire catch from Fire Bro. Top of the 8th, Bullies another chance to extend. Renegades need to get their defense together. Slap hit from Edna, jumped by Petey at short. Gray Shy Guy next up, takes a ball inside. Slap hit will be brought in by the suction catch. Birdo gets the second out. Billiam next up. Takes strike one from the changeup. Line drive outright fouled off. Poor contact off the hands, rolling grounder. Birdo sends that in on first. The Bullies 3 up, 3 down through the 8th, just what the Renegades were hoping for. Bottom of the 8th now. Renegades another chance to get some runs on the board. Dolly Parton leading off, strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. Gets contact, and Firebro is going to pick it up. Will just barely get to first in time. Toadette next up. Not in position for that one. Will get strike one. Drive out the first base line. Bowser's going to jump it. 2 quick outs. Pode next up. Strike one for Pode. Slap hit from Purple Toad into the gap. Will be a single. Renegades loop back up to the top of their lineup. The Nerd coming up. Slap hit from the Nerd. Gray Shy Guy not going to be fast enough to get to that one. Single from the Nerd. 2 on for Wiggler. PD on deck. Renegades need these bats to connect, and this one's gonna get down. Ghost Error item buying time for Wiggler as well. It's gonna be an extra base hit for the Worm. That's 1 in, 2 in. A 2 RBI double. They don't have what it takes to stop these runners from coming in home. 2 in for the Worm, and Magic Koopa tired on the mound. He's gonna switch. This could be disastrous for the Bullies. Will be possibly the best option. He'll go to catcher as Rudy comes up to pitch. Outfield chemistry stays intact. Poor contact from PD. The Pow Block stuns up Bowser. Boo, unaffected. PD will take the opportunity to get to second. Not a big hit for Petey, but too deep for Birdo. Big hit from Birdo. Oh, will be the star swing. Will be sniped by the fire catch, however. Egg will stun Rudy on the mound, but doesn't stop Firebro, and he'll snipe the ball midair. Renegades only get 2 in. They trail by 3 as we go to the top of the 9th. But it's the top of the Bullies lineup, their best possible position. Rudy leading off. Grounder over to Petey, will be stunned, and that's going to be Rudy to first. BDB next up. Wind up on the star pitch. Strike one for BDB. Gets down in left. Blue Dry Bones. Another single. 2 on for Bowser. He's on fire. Can he hit it big again? Strike one, Bowser. Wind up. Takes the ball inside. Doesn't swing. Big line drive out from Bowser at the wall. Dolly will play it off the back. Will just be a single for the monster as the runners move ahead. Bases loaded now for Boo and no outs. Ball outside. Slap from Boo gets down. That's going to be 1 in, maybe more. BDB now caught in a jam. Pode won't quite have it back to third in time. It'll be an RBI single for Boo. Bullies inching even further ahead as they try to hold on to this lead. The Nerd running out of stamina now. Any switch here will be a disaster. Magic Koopa up at bat, still no out. Strike one. Slap hit, jumped by Petey, will be a double. Oh, barely missed the triple. Firebro up, runners in the corners, and now no more outs. Grounder from Firebro will be out at first. Renegades finally stop the Bullies, but after an incredibly overwhelming offense, is there anything they can do to bring this back in? They trail by 4. Bacon Bro leading off, strike one. They are dealing with Rudy on the mound. Could be what they need, but a low hit sniped by Firebro at short for the first out. Pink Yoshi next up. Dolly on deck. Strike one, Pink Yoshi. Slap hit gets past Boo. Pink Yoshi gets the single. Can Dolly hit it big? Goes for the slap, and another one gets down over in right. Bullies feeling the absence of that magical catch at second. Toadette now at bat. Slap hit, jump by Fire Bro for the double play. Bullies will take it over the Renegades. They upset the favorites to win it all, a 13-9 victory. Their overwhelming offense, lying dormant all season, has come out to play in the playoffs where it matters most. The Bullies will advance to the finals after sweeping the Renegades. We'll go look at our MVP, and again, this is coming as no surprise. Bowser, a huge part of his team's offense this game, driving home a vast majority of the team's runs. Quick peek at the box scores. Huge numbers across the board from the Bullies. The Renegades, PD did some standout work, but not enough to carry this team across the finish line. Well, that's it for the first semifinal, folks, but stay tuned. We've got the Cobblers versus the Novas coming up next to see who will join the Bullies in the finals. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and if you're really liking what we're doing here, check out the Discord, link in the description below. I'll see you in the next one.